Hey there, this is Jeff. Welcome to walkthrough 12 of Belthan's mod Coito Ergo Sum. I'll be answering some frequently asked questions about A Picture is Worth 1,000 Caps, the quest to publish an adult magazine. Since I wouldn't ask anyone to do something I wouldn't do myself, I'm going to be...
Yes, mistress?
the first model.
Of course.
The sales of each issue are determined by the appearance, attitude, and appeal of the models who are in that issue. For NPCs, those things are based on game characteristics. For the player, it's on the honor system. Get a couple of questions. When you step into the green screen area, I'm going to pick Don't Hate Me Because I'm Beautiful, which will give me the biggest appearance bonus, and My Filth Would Shock a Jet Whore, which will give me the biggest attitude bonus. Obviously, if you take your role-playing seriously and your character is an ugly prude, your answers will be different, but it just so happens that both of those things happen to be true for my character. We don't get a question about the appeal bonus since it's based on game stats for the NPCs and the player both. You can change outfits, you can take your clothes off, whatever. Ooh, I'm so naughty. If you have a player pose mod, the Groovatron or whatever, you can pose to your heart's delight. And when you leave the green screen area, you get a message asking if you are ready to end the shoot. And that's it. We've completed the first objective, although in this case it didn't really take any convincing. Each issue of the magazine has 3 pictorials, so now we need to find at least 2 more models. The most important factor in how well an issue sells is the mix of models in that issue. You don't need to shoot them in order. You can save film for a later issue in the series if you want. You can get an explanation of how to set the best layout on this terminal, or from Hilly. If you played the Fallout 3 mod Quo Vadis, it's very similar, but here's how it works. You want a model with a high appearance bonus in the front, a model with a high attitude bonus in the back, and a model with high appeal bonus on the cover. Appearance and attitude are pretty self-explanatory. Appeal is based on how famous the person is, or if they are exotic in some way that'll grab the reader's attention when they see it on the shelf. You get an additional bonus if all the models in one issue are from the same hometown, or if they're all in the same general occupational category, you know, women in uniform, doctors, entrepreneurs, whatever. Obviously, the more bonuses a particular model has, the more flexibility you have with the issue, setting the layout, unless you don't care about the money and you're just doing it according to your own sense of aesthetics. The ultimate would be a well-known, gorgeous sexual deviant with some unusual, immediately obvious hook to draw you in. But I could probably search the Mojave forever and never find someone like that. Leah, wake up.
Hello there, how's it going?
Hey, as long as you're here, why don't you pose for Lollipops magazine?
I think not.
Oh, come on. You're from California. You have an open mind. Pregnant women can be sexy.
I agree completely, but you seem to have forgotten a key concept here. I'm trying to keep like a low profile.
I won't publish it until you get home, and after that, it's proof that you literally have nothing to hide.
Yes, the board will tut-tut about my executive image, and the tabloids will go berserk. But the competition will think trying to like embarrass or blackmail a shameless Jezebel like me is totally futile. I'm very devious. Even Daddy would be proud. All right, I'll do it. Don't expect any splits though.
And most of the time, when a model agrees to pose, you automatically fast travel to the studio. Oh, she is very naked and very pregnant. Okay. Some models can't or won't make the trip, but for them you can just take pictures on the spot. You can use the camera that you get when you start the quest to take pictures. Although that is completely optional. You can just take pictures of the wall or stand in the corner and do nothing. You'll still get credit for doing the photo shoot when you set the layout. Either way, you should pay attention to how the models act during the photo shoot. That's your biggest hint about how big their attitude bonus will be. If they act sexy, you'll get a decent bonus. If they're really raunchy, you'll get a huge bonus. If they just stand around acting bored, you should probably use them in the front or on the cover, depending on whether they're beautiful or famous or whatever. I should also mention that you can publish magazines with male or female models. All the same criteria apply, you just can't mix men and women in the same issue. That's different from Quo Vadis, where you could do a photo shoot with men for fun, but you couldn't use them in the magazine. Guess the higher population, generally better living conditions in the Mojave mean there's enough demand for male models to sell, where in the Capital Wasteland there wasn't. So just like Quo Vadis, the models will fast travel back to wherever you recruited them after the photo shoot is over and they're out of your sight. And since Leah is a businesswoman and my character is a businesswoman, I'm going to save both of our photo shoots for a theme issue later. And right now, I'm going to shoot 3 more models so that we can get to the publishing part. Want to be in the magazine?
Yes, I do. Do you think you'll publish a Lollipop of the Year issue like in the old days? Not saying it would be me, of course. Just curious.
Fiona, you are just a wreck.
Hey, man, do me a solid. Hilly, cut me off.
I don't think so. You've had enough.
Whatever. I'll ask somebody else.
You sober enough to pose for the magazine?
I don't know. Nobody whose opinion I give a shit about comes in here. But a lot of people read magazines.
Pays 50 caps. What you do with it is your business.
Oh, alright, sure.
Maria. Yeah, well, you claim you're 29.
What's up, amiga?
It's good, clean fun anyway. Want to be in the magazine?
Are you kidding? Half the women who worked here before the war did it because they thought Larry Slater might drop in and discover them. Being in Lollipop's magazine is like, well, you just don't get any more famous than that. Sorry, I'm babbling. Let's do it.
Once we have enough models and we're ready to publish an issue of the magazine, we come back to the layout terminal, pick the option to set the layout. First thing you need to do is pick an editorial theme. If you support the NCR, it'll hurt sales a little bit because some people are turned off by politics, but you'll gain NCR fame and Legion infamy when you publish it. Ridiculing the NCR has the same effect on sales, but you get Legion fame and NCR infamy. The only reason you'd ever do that is if you're playing a pro-Legion character or you're really desperate for some Legion fame for whatever reason. Humor, tech, and culture will make sales of the issues normal. But some future speech challenges to recruit models will be easier because the magazine gets a classy, ooh, I just read it for the articles kind of reputation. Pure erotica boosts sales of the current issue, but you don't get the future speech challenge bonus because people think the magazine's kind of smutty. And that's tempting because my speech skill is pretty good and I'm only 3rd level. I could really use the extra money, but with a lot of models, especially NCR military, your NCR rep is just as important as your speech skill, and I have 0 faction reputation, won't be doing any of the vanilla quests unless I absolutely have to, so the NCR fame is going to be a bigger help in the long run. I will support the NCR. Alright, I'd say Maria is pretty unusual. I think she would catch your attention on the cover. Angie is definitely eye candy, so she goes up front. And to steal Hildy's line, she's not called Filthy Fiona just because she needs a bath, so she goes in the back. We hit Generate Output File, and then go over to the printing press console. We start a print job, commit layout and print, and we get a box of magazines. Now we need to go sell them and optionally set up a distribution channel. But first, I want to have a little chat with the handler and give her some pants before we go out in public.
All that I have is yours.
When we told her who killed Fresca Coy, that was just a side quest that has to be completed to advance the actual main quest. Well, it's nice. Next objective there is to discover the origin of her fetish, which if you saw the last couple of episodes, definitely get the impression she's not quite right.
Yes?
Oh, tell me about your order.
It's the opposite of chaos. Suffering is a cause for joy because enduring it improves the sufferer. Can't be left to chance. In the absence of order, suffering is random, progress is lost, evolution runs in reverse. I resist this trend.
Right, not order versus chaos. You're from a cult or something?
Everywhere I've traveled, I've met others who believe as I do. Some less disciplined, some more so. Is that the work of a single cult?
Just answer the question.
Yes, I was trained in a place much as you imagine. I studied philosophers and warriors, khans and chairmen, emperors and presidents. Not the pale shadows who call themselves by those names today, but the originals, the legends.
Now, the cheat sheet says she responds favorably to things that most people would find unpleasant, and vice versa. If you're playing an evil character, it'd be pretty easy because the abusive options are the ones she likes. And if you have high enough medicine skill, you can attempt to diagnose her personality disorder. But I don't, so we're just going to have to be rude. Did they beat you and stuff?
Our discipline was harsh. As our training progressed, we were tasked with the punishment of recent arrivals, as we had been punished.
Yeah, you're not really a predator.
Yes, to be the snake, to eat the frog, and to be eaten by the wolf in turn. Divine.
Okay. All right, just tell me about the cult.
We were taught mathematics and philosophy. We were raped and we were taught science and economics. We were tortured. We were taught the arts of love and war. We were taught how to teach these things to others. Those who survived did.
And the stag?
Yes, those who could not be taught but still potential value were conditioned. I was assigned to do it.
Who puts a spineless piece of filth like you in charge of a beautiful thing like the stag?
It was a mistake. I'm a master of conditioning, but I lack the will to lead. The chaos seduces me.
Took him on a killing spree just to get off.
Yes, I stole it, and I made it rape and maim while I watched. It was glorious.
Okay. Yeah, did you just, come in your pants? No hands or anything? The pants I just gave you, by the way?
Yes, mistress. As I said, we learned the arts of love as well as the arts of war. Some of the techniques were advanced. I could show you sometime, if you like. Right now, I think I need to lie down.
I might just take you up on that. But, right now, we need to sell some magazines, so no rest for you. Because you never know what you're going to run into in the wasteland, and I want to check out my new bodyguards. I'm going to head to the Crimson Caravan. They seem like the masters of all things related to logistics and distribution. See if they can help me with that optional objective. But we're coming up on 15 minutes, so we'll do that next time.